What's up guys, PBD here and welcome to episode 88 of my road to Manchester City. A bit of a long one today, and that is because we're going to be addressing a few things in this episode, and the first thing is going to be the team of the week. Obviously, you may have seen that Vincent Kompany and Kevin De Bruyne are both in the team of the week. One of them deserves to be there in my opinion, and the other is a cash grab by EA. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at the checklist, because I added them to the checklist. De Bruyne is now a 91, and Kompany gets his first inform of the year. Very nice to see, as an 87 rating. I got the rating there wrong, but I will fix it by the time we sign him. So, very happy that Kompany got it. Very mad that De Bruyne got it. And there's two reasons I'm mad De Bruyne got it. One, he didn't deserve it. He had a good game, but we tied, and he only got like 2 assists, which normally is enough for your average midfielder to get an inform, but not for somebody of De Bruyne's caliber who's already had a few informs all year. Second reason I'm mad, well, I guess there's 3 reasons. The second reason I'm mad is because that now means we have to get rid of the pack pulled one that we got and buy the 91, which sucks because having a pack pulled City card that's that high rated is so amazing, and it means so much to me, even though it probably shouldn't. That it sucks that I have to go and buy the 91. Third reason is that the 91 is a right mid, so that is definitely going to complicate things, but I will be addressing that at the end of the episode because it's going to mean that we're going to have to switch formation to get full chem, and that's really annoying because I hate doing that, but we'll talk about it at the end of the episode. However, we're starting off this episode by taking a look. I'm so used to saying taking a look at the transfers. We're starting off this episode differently this time because we're going to go ahead and jump into a game. And this is our first game over here. We come across a very nice side. I think it was a 4-3-2-1, and he had the informed Son, who I really wanted. He also had the normal Aguero. His team name was Aguero, and I had a slight suspicion that this guy was a City fan. We did start off great, though. Our Aguero scores the opening goal. Jesus has a great chance right there to almost make it 2-0. However, his shot goes wide, and that would be half time. So the stats say we're getting dominated, and honestly I didn't feel like the stats were telling the truth because I felt like I was playing a little bit better than our opponent. Not to say that he was playing bad, but I felt like we were a little bit on top. But then I took a look at the stats, I'm like, what? This guy had 6 shots? I didn't even notice them. I remembered 1 shot that he had, and it wasn't that great of a shot, if I'm honest. It was a pretty easy save for Bravo, but other than that, I couldn't believe that he had 6 shots, and the stats, honestly, in my opinion, there were lying. Our opponent was still giving us a really tough game, and in the second half, it got even tougher because obviously he wanted to get himself back into it, and he may have switched formation, I didn't check, and he also probably went attacking or something because he really wanted a goal. And right there, takes a shot with Son. It falls back to Dele Alli, though. Sanya misses that tackle terribly. Falls to Yaya Toure. Otamendi wasn't there to block it. However, Fernandinho comes in big right there. And sorry if you hear that. That's one of my pets making a bunch of noise. But yeah, Fernandinho with the tackle of a lifetime right there keeps us 1-0 up and denies his Yaya our goal scoring opportunity. And in the 70th minute, we were looking for the second goal. However, our play was cut short right there by his Clichy, and we end up giving a bad pass with Sane right to Conte. He goes on the counter, and Aguero scores. And I kind of felt like I was playing myself because the way he just scored right there is a way I would score. A counter from a pass that went wrong, and Aguero scores a low-driven shot. So I felt like that was a goal I'd normally score. I guess I had a taste of my own medicine right there. But yeah, our opponent equalizes, and that was bad news for us because we needed a win in this game. And in the 90th minute, we would take one last shot, but we are denied by the post. Leroy Sané tries to take a 90th minute finesse to try and win us the game and keep us in the run for Division 1. However, the post says no siree, and we end up tying that game. A very tough game. It got tougher in the second half, like I said, and our opponent wasn't a bad player, so I guess a draw could have been a fair result, but man, I really felt like I could have won that game. And that 90th minute post, it was such a kick in the balls because how many times have all of us been screwed in the 90th minute? but the one time I needed it to work for us, or for me, it didn't, and that knocked us out of the title race, which means our next game, if we tie it, all we have to do is tie it. A win would be great, but if we just tie like we did this game, we can hold the division and focus on the future, which once again I will be addressing in the next, well, not in the next episode, at the end of this episode. So we're at 13 points. Even if we win all three, we'll be 1 point shy off the Division 1 title. Really disheartening, but you know what? I'm really proud of what we did in our first season in Division 1. I honestly thought I was going to hold it barely, or maybe even get relegated, because I wasn't confident in the city team. But we came in, we won 4, we tied 1, and we lost 2, and some of those losses we could have avoided, but still, I feel like we gave it a really good run, and I'm glad that we held the division title, not the Division 1, that we held Division 1. Well, we might be able to hold Division 1 with 3 games left. Well, 2 after we play the next game. So, yeah, happy about that. And we went ahead and did the SBCs over here, and these were the new SBCs that I never got to finish last episode. I did 2 of them, and then I said I was going to do the rest in this episode, and we're doing them right now. Completed Germany and France, I believe, and we're also going to go ahead and do the Pacific Rim one, which isn't as hard, which also means the packs aren't that great, obviously, but we're going to go ahead and open them. This one was so easy. Threw in a bunch of bronzes that I never use. Also threw in some silvers, I think, for one of them. But yeah, the SBCs that only like require you to throw in a bronze team in there are kind of a win-win, because while the packs aren't that great, I have a bunch of rare bronze cards from leagues that I feel will never be useful. Obviously, like League 2, Bundesliga 2, the La Liga 2, or whatever it's called, like all those second division leagues that I feel that are never going to have an SBC. And what I mean by that is a league SBC, right? I can just throw in there, which is great. So while the packs aren't that great, at least I can get rid of a bunch of bronzes I'm never going to use. But yeah, we completed those SBCs. We're going to go ahead and open up the packs now. But there is a little bit of an issue with the packs that I forgot to address a couple of episodes ago. When we completed another SBC, we got packs that I would normally open, but I didn't open them. And the reason I didn't open them was because I have so many packs saved up at the moment that it doesn't let me go all the way to the back where the packs are hidden. And that is a problem, obviously, because we want to be opening these packs that aren't worth anything, because then it's just going to be a bunch of nonsense come team of the season. So that became a problem, and I'm also going to be addressing that over here. We're going to have to end up opening up some of the 15k packs that I've been saving, which is slightly annoying, but at the same time it isn't, because we have so many. I actually started counting how many of each pack we have, and we have like 3 100Ks, one 125K pack, obviously, a couple of 50Ks, couple 25s, but we have like 15K packs, which is ridiculous considering that we're probably going to get nothing from all 15. So I wasn't too mad about opening up some of the 15K packs to be able to access the end of the packs. But you're going to see us do that in a second over here. I'll talk about it when we do. But yeah, we opened up the silver packs from those SBCs. And like these silver packs, they used to be fun because I would get some players occasionally that were worth a lot of coins. But recently, they've just been terrible because there's no silver players that go for anything that I know of anymore. Maybe some, but the odds of packing them are so low. And it's just dying down. The hype, especially with Team of the Season right around the corner, the prices are ridiculous, which is also something I just remembered I have to talk about at the end of the episode when we talk about what we're going to do with the city team. But yeah, we went ahead and took a look at the transfer list because we didn't get to do that at the beginning of the episode because we didn't have anything in the transfer list. I didn't have anything selling. It was just the one-to-watch cards. But over here, I had a couple of marquee matchups cards sell. And the marquee matchups actually came out today, the day I'm recording this, and we're going to go ahead and complete that marquee matchups. But before we do that, I wanted to show you guys me bidding on a player that I'm investing in, and he's just a discard inform, and you guys have seen me do this in the past, and I'm going to go ahead and do it again. This time I'm going to show you guys me bidding on them. This is basically what I do. I go ahead, put like 10,250 coins, sometimes 11,000 if I'm feeling like it's really going to work. and I just slap a bunch of bids on him, and I keep doing that until I win as much as I want. And at this point, I want 10 of these Munains over here. And you're probably wondering, why do you want 10 Munains? Well, he is discard, so the risk is very low, and he's 82 rating, which is not really high, but high enough. And I really feel like there's going to be something during Team of the Season involving SBCs, obviously, where you're going to need the informs, and those discards that are high-ish rating are definitely going to go up. And Munain is so cheap right now that it's definitely worth the risk going and buying him. So I went ahead and bid on 10. I don't think I win all 10 of them, but I do end up bidding on more off screen. But you guys will be seeing that in the next episode, how many I won and obviously what I paid for them. But yeah, we went ahead and did the marquee matchups. Really nice marquee matchups, because three of the four challenges were actually pretty easy. However, that fourth one was pretty expensive, even for us who hoard a bunch of players all year. And you'll see why over here. The Real Madrid versus Barcelona one required you to have a full La Liga team with an 81 rating. However, it also required you to have 2 Barca players and 2 Real players. Unfortunately, we only had 1 Barca player and no Real Madrid players. So we had to go buy 2 Real Madrid players, which cost us like 4,000 coins each. Then we had to go buy the Barca guy, who cost us 7k, which is ridiculous, by the way. If you have Barca players and you're not planning on doing the SBC, or if you have extras, go sell them right now, because they're ridiculously priced. So we ended up paying like 20k to complete that marquee matchups, which was really annoying, but it wouldn't really matter, because obviously the reward is an inform pack, which is perfect, right? There's 2 city players in the team of the week. What better time to get an inform pack than now for us? So we're going to go ahead and open that over here, but we're going to encounter the problem that I was just talking about, and that is that I can't get to the end of the packs because we have too many. And it's just so annoying. The only way you can get around this, well, there's 2 ways to get around this. You can A, open packs like I'm doing here to get rid of some, or B, go on the web app. Now, obviously, going on the web app is an option, but I didn't want to do that because A, the quality isn't as great. So if I had to show you guys me opening the packs on the web app, it kind of would have been like, the hype isn't the same, in my opinion, on the web app. Another thing is, if we got a walkout, we wouldn't have been able to see the walkout because it's on the web app. So I didn't want to do that. So I said, you know what, screw it. Let's go ahead, open up some of the 15k packs. I think I only end up opening like 4. So we have like 11 left, which is more than enough. And we're obviously going to be getting more in the upcoming weeks. So I wasn't too fussed about it. It was annoying, but whatever. So yeah, we went ahead, opened up some 15k packs over here. Fingers crossed for something good, but I don't think we end up getting anything over here, which is a shame. We go ahead and open up this one over here. Small flares. It actually kind of made me wonder if I should open all the 15k packs, because if this is what's going to happen during the team of the season, I can't be bothered to waste time, and I'm probably going to skip through them like lightning, if that makes sense, during the team of the season video that I got planned, because we have so many 15k packs, and if all of them are like the ones we're opening right now, then I don't want to be spending 10 minutes of a video on just 15k packs where I get 79 as my best player. So maybe opening those packs right over here was a blessing, because it gave us a quick look ahead at what's to come. But yeah, we finally got to the end of the packs, and this was crazy over here. We opened up this Electrum pack. That's not the one I was talking about. We opened that Electrum pack. We do get Sterling, which was very nice. I feel like Sterling is a player that people don't pack a lot, but maybe I'm wrong. I've seen a lot of pack openings. I've opened a bunch of packs in this series, and I feel like packing Sterling is really rare, but it's just me. However, the Electrum pack that I was talking about, this one, we get an Inform Silver in an Electrum pack, and when I saw that flare, I'm like, what? What is that? And then I saw the Inform Silver pop up, and I'm like, wow. Obviously, he's not going to be worth anything, but I don't think I've ever packed a Silver Inform in any FIFA. And I found that crazy because I've packed a bunch of gold informs, obviously. Then again, I do open more gold packs than silver packs. But still, the fact that I've never packed a silver inform was a bit crazy to me. And then when that flare came up, I'm like, what? Because I didn't even know that flare was for the silver inform. I didn't even know the silver inform had a flare. So that was a surprise. And we go ahead and open up the inform pack and we get Trap. Obviously, had I gotten a walkout, I would have lost the plot like I did when we packed the De Bruyne, because that could have meant that we got De Bruyne again. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be. We do get Leno. We do get Trap, though, who is very good. One of the best goalies in League One, German, which is great. However, he's not worth anything. So we're going to hold on to him just in case, much like the 82 Muniz who we invested in. If there is team of the season SBC and you need those high rating informs, Trap is definitely going to be one people hand in, because he does help with the links. While you don't need too much chemistry in those SBCs, he's still 85 rated and he's worth 15k. For Pete's sake, he's got to go up a little bit at least, right? But yeah, we're gonna hold on to him because there's literally no point in selling him now. We don't need the coins, and like I said, he'll probably go up during those SBCs. But yeah, we jump into our second game of the episode, and this one was a weird one because we come across a 4-4-2 side, a pretty bang average Premier League side over here. But these teams are actually the scariest. And if you play Foot Champions, you know that, because you wouldn't expect to see those teams in Foot Champions, but you do. And when you play them, they tend to be better than some of the stacked teams that you see, which is pretty weird, but it is what it is. We do end up scoring with Yaya, though, early on. What a great play that was. And another great play over here to make it 2-0. Just a great start overall from the boys over here as we make it 2-0 in the 30th minute. But yeah, that first goal, Gundogan heads it to Yaya. Yaya heads into the back of net. Just great. And then another header from our midfielder gets us our second goal. And we almost score a third from another header right there with Gundogan again. Well, not Gundogan again, but he headed the ball again and he would have been involved in the goal, right? Like he was in the first one. So I kind of was hoping. Look at this, by the way. Oh, my God. In the 44th minute or 45th minute, whatever, we send a great through ball with Jesus to Kevin De Bruyne, and the ref blows for halftime. We were through on goal to make it 3-0 in the 45th minute, but the ref blows for halftime. I was staring at my screen shocked. Like my mouth was open. I was like, what? What? Ref? And yeah. And that, I feel like it kind of affected me. While I was still confident that I would win this game because I was playing better, I feel like it kind of affected my play a little bit. And right there, our opponent just, despite creating nothing in the first half, splits open our defense just like that in the second half. By the way, Bailly cut inside there and got the assist to Vardy right there. So 2-1 right over here. Our opponent is obviously back in the game with that, and I was starting to get a little bit nervous because we got screwed over a third goal at the end of the first half, and then our opponent scores that, and we are only up by 1 now. So I was pretty nervous, but I was still keeping it cool. I still felt like I was the better player and that I would get the result over here. And in the 62nd minute, we go ahead, bring on Sani for Gundogan, who had a good game, but it was just a little bit too tired for my liking. Put Yaya in the right center mid role. And over here, Yaya, so glad I kept him, gets an assist to Gabriel Jesus, who wasn't supposed to be on the pitch, believe it or not, because around the 75th minute, 80th minute, I was planning on bringing on Sterling for Jesus at striker. And I'm so glad I forgot to do that because Jesus went and scored the goal that gave us a 2-goal cushion. However, that 2-goal cushion wouldn't last because Wilfred Zaha, who is apparently the best outside-the-box finisher, winger in the Premier League, grabs our opponent a second goal over here. And at that point, I was really nervous because it's the 90th minute and you know anything is possible. However, we held on to it, and not too long after he scored, literally from kickoff, we passed it back, and the ref blew for full time. So we win that game, which we didn't have to win. A tie would have been perfect anyways, but we hold Division 1, and I was really happy with that performance. I felt like I absolutely dominated the opponent, and the fact that it was 3-2 was kind unlucky on our part, but I don't want to toot my own horn. I wasn't like crushing the guy either. But yeah, we held Division 1. That's all that matters. And we're in the Champions Weekend League, which doesn't matter. But yeah, we held Division 1. What is that? 5-1-2 in our first season, I think, or 5-2-2 or 6-1. I forgot already. But yeah, we held Division 1. That's all that matters. And that is actually going to be the last time we play Division 1 for a while, because we have to talk about what is to come with the city team. You see me go ahead over here, and I'm going to go ahead. I said go ahead twice. But yeah, I'm listing up the pack pull De Bruyne over here because we have to. With the 91 De Bruyne out, we obviously have to sign him because the goal of this series is to build the best possible Manchester City team. And obviously the 91 card is better than the 90, so we're going to have to buy the 91. So we list him up for $4.99, which was the cheapest at the time, and he had a Hunter on, so I was kind of hoping he'd sell. I don't think he does end up selling, but I will be relisting him off screen, and he should be sold by the next episode. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and sign the 91 De Bruyne and inform company in the upcoming episode. Upcoming episodes. Because I want to wait till team of the season, because I feel like that's when they're going to be their cheapest. So that means we don't have two very crucial players in the team, which means we won't be playing divisions for a while, because if we do play with their replacements, we are going to get absolutely demolished. Their replacements obviously being Sterling and Stones, so I don't want to do that. But yeah, this is what the team is going to look like when we do sign them, I think. Most likely, this is what the team is going to be. Gundogan at cam, De Bruyne at right wing, obviously company at center back. Jesus gets dropped for Sane, who's going to play left wing, and then we're going to switch formation in game. We're going to switch to the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, and De Bruyne will be at cam, Fernandinho CDM, Yaya and Gundogan center mid, and Sane's going to be at striker for a while. With Aguero, and then we'll bring on Jesus and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Pippi Deed, and I'm out.